Hey, you guys, I have an update. So I got this book right here called Cracking Coding Interview, and it teaches you all the algorithm that they ask you on interviews. You should definitely check it out. I've read the other edition, and I bought this newer edition because I know they have more questions. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through this and do it in Swift and teach you guys each algorithm and how to approach them. So that's very essential for interviews. I also got this design manual, which is really important to for interviews because it teaches you about algorithm design, which is essential for interviews. I know it's like iOS interviews, but they ask you a lot of algorithm nowadays. So I want to tell you about my experience with Boingo actually recently. So I interviewed about it was like 2 days ago for Boingo, and the first question that they asked me is about guard let, and they also asked me about auto layout and app size classes. So you want to know about resizing the view, different orientations, what's the complexity of that? Like complexity, I mean like how complex it is, and then also know about guard let optionals, nil coalescence operator. So I'm gonna have videos for each of those. So another thing is the second guy who interviewed me asked me about databases. So it was some kind of like a query to kind of like have relations. So know about core data, relationship, kind of the same thing, and know about primary keys. I'm gonna have videos on those too. And then the third guy asked me about nested, basically arrays of dictionaries. So know about how to go through into an array of dictionaries and use recursion. So that so I'm gonna go through that too. I'm gonna have videos for that series. And the last guy, actually, there's another guy who asked me about questions about an algorithm. So you have two sorted arrays, and you want to append those two arrays and keep them sorted. So how'd you do it? You would probably use merge sort, but you don't want to go through that. You want to first do brute force and then kind of like, you know, as you optimize the solution, use merge sort. So and then you want to know the complexity and the time, uh, the space and the memory, right? So for the next guy, he asked me about threading. So I told him about dispatch async, and I told him about global dispatch, you know, GCD, and serial queue and mutexes, and so he wanted basically to describe concurrency in very low level. So you make sure you understand about race conditions, deadlocks, priority inversions. I'm gonna have videos on each of those. So whatever is essential for interviews, I'm gonna help you guys out.